Good morning, Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1FM, and 990 AM, WEEB. Welcome back to the most listened to program in all of the Sandhills. It is time once again for Mornings with the Leader Man. I am Steve Leader Adams.
And I'm Matt Horsey, the Leader Man's guileless sidekick. Good morning.
Guileless, such a big word. Well, don't forget, of course, we are being heard and seen.
Not guileless, guileless.
Guileless. Excuse me, old English major one.
Steve, you ignorant slut.
Yeah, that'd be like a kind of book that they used to ram down your throat in high school and college, where they use stupid words like guileless.
Well, I would...
that nobody ever uses.
I would say something undercutting, but I am guileless.
Don't forget, we're being seen around the world on the live video stream. That's available to you at talk973.com and around the world on your mobile device using your YouTube app. Just put Mornings with the Leader Man in there. If you're on your mobile device looking for a crystal clear digital audio stream, well, it's available two ways. You can always get it with streaming services like TuneIn, iTunes, Streama, just to name a few. Put WEEB in the search, and as always, you can get it off of our website at talk973.com. Upper right-hand corner of every page has an icon that says Listen Live. Tap it once, and you are listening just that quick. Weather for us today here in the Sandhills area. Going to be, well, that big old, the big old high ridge thing that sits out there in the Atlantic all summer that just bakes us to death. Well, it's built back in, and that's what's giving us all this warmer weather here in the middle of winter.
We love it in February.
We should be stomping in snow, but no. Woo-hoo. I got a golf shirt on this morning.
I know. Snow would be wonderful.
It would. Anyway, mostly sunny today, 73 for a high. It's ridiculous. Tonight, clear, low of 51. I want my winter. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy. I don't like bitter winter, but I like North Carolina winter. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, 72 for a high. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy, 57. Thursday, partly cloudy, 77. Thursday night, 58. Friday, the ridge starts to break down, but not before giving us a high of 72. Friday night, we'll get partly cloudy and 36. There's the ridge breaking down for you. Saturday and Sunday, more seasonable temperatures. Saturday, partly cloudy, 52. Sunday, small chance of a shower, partly cloudy and 52. Monday, 60. Here we go again. Right now around the Sandhills, let's see. Winds are west of 3, visibility 10 statute miles, humidity 80%, 2.46. We can bottle that and keep it all year round. I'd be happy. Pressure is 3003, and it's mostly cloudy, 52 degrees currently here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. All right, it is 7:31 now, past the hour. On this titillating Tuesday morning, tomorrow will be Hump Day Wednesday, followed by Thumping Thursday and Fun Friday. So that's what to look forward to. Let's look to our sound bites this morning and see what's in our bag of goodies today. Anything to gripe about from yesterday? No, Democrats still doing nothing. All right.
Actually, they're doing a lot, and that's
bad for us.
Well, it's bad for us.
Well, it's the State of the Union is tonight, and one of the themes is going to be let's govern instead of just politics as usual with resistance. Resisting is not governing. And there's the Democrats are going to do their little staged event. Some of them won't even be there. And you can pretty well bet some of them are just looking for an excuse to hop up and walk out. In which case, I don't think it'll look well on the Democrats when they do. Again, we pointed out yesterday that...
Democrat? Oh, okay, I'll vote for it.
Yeah, it won't walk out, not govern? Yeah, I'll vote for that. Pointed out that the far left is pretty well controlling the House of Representatives, and that that's what keeps Nancy able to have a majority to stay in power. So she has to cater to those nut jobs, and there's about 20 of them, which she needs to keep her majority vote. But if they defect to someone else and back them, then they could vote her out. So we'll see how it all pans out. All right, because she's still sticking to her guns, not $1 for the wall. And they keep talking about these experts that say, a wall's not necessary. Where are these experts? Have they drug a single one on TV? They always say, the experts say. The experts say. Well, the experts are the guys down there in green uniforms. The TSA,
My name's Chuck Schumer, and I'm an expert.
The Border Patrol people. And they say they need the wall. Make it perfectly clear. So where's their expert? They said, no, you can do it with drones and sensors. And yeah, when those 5,000 immigrants get to a place in that wall because they headed toward Texas where there's no fence and they rush it all at one time. Good luck on stopping that with your little drones.
There's another caravan scheduled to arrive today.
Is it today? I know the type of drone that would stop them, but we can't use that one. She's in the Middle East. Couple little missiles off that thing, and caravan would not only turn back, well, they wouldn't turn back because they'd be vaporized. But can't do that. But a lot of the people, there'll be a lot of pregnant women ready to download the kid onto our soil, and by the misinterpretation of the Constitution, then they're quoted an American citizen.
Which has only been going on for about 50 years.
It's too long. It's just not right. I mean, Ted Cruz, perfect example. He had an American and a Canadian parents. Is that right? Or is it two American?
American and Cuban.
Okay, American and Cuban. He was born in Canada. Doesn't make him a Canadian citizen.
It did make him a Canadian citizen. He renounced his Canadian citizenship.
Okay. Well, he's an American, too. Even though he wasn't born here.
So there's a question that you Republicans can be asking your representatives. Why is it that you had the House, the Senate, and the White House, and you didn't stop that foolishness?
Well, because you couldn't get the 16 in the Senate. That's why.
They didn't even try, did they? They didn't get
Why
the Senate.
Why don't they just pull the nuclear option and get something done? In the in the Senate, they say they got to have the 60 votes. Everything fails because Chucky Boy over there is part of the resistance group. They have the nuclear option, then where the actual majority would rule, and not the minority who stops every quote filibuster. Every bill where they quote you don't have 60 votes, and that's what you have to stop a filibuster. So make them go back to the way the Constitution was written, where you got to stand up and actually talk to filibuster.
It's almost like the Republicans don't want to do that, isn't it?
Well, they're afraid it'll be done on them when the chambers flip.
I'm talking about taking away birthright citizenship through legislation. Mm-hmm. When you can and you don't, it's like getting rid of Obamacare. And then you have to start looking at maybe they don't really want to.
Well, did you start your new year all fired up about creating a new you, I should say? How's that going? You and your diet. Ooh.
Why would I want a new me?
Don't feel bad.
Isn't the old me bad enough?
This song is for you.
Losing all my high hopes for my diet. Still eating chicken, but only if I fry
righty. You know, I wanted to try a cauliflower crust pizza. And I couldn't find any cauliflower dough. So I improvised, me being a dude and all. And I got cauliflower mashed potatoes, or mashed cauliflower.
Yeah.
And I spread it out like pizza dough. And I put the layer of tomato sauce on it, and then the cheese and the pepperoni. And I said, wow, this is going to be a good pizza. No carbs that way. And I baked it, and I baked it. And I baked it some more and baked it. To the point my cheese was just a rubberized layer of cheese.
Chewy.
But I thought that dough would have been cooked. And it was still mushy like mashed potatoes. Well, how long you got to fry this stuff to make it tighten up as a crust? And it still tasted awful like cauliflower.
Yeah. Imagine that.
Figured if you tighten it up and crisp it up, it wouldn't have that hard, because I tasted it in the mashed potato form, and it was awful. Golly. Ugh. Brought back those memories of cauliflower. Oh, You like cauliflower?
Cauliflower, of course, is renowned for producing gas, shall we say. But cauliflower
So
tastes
now
good.
it's for producing heaving is what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot of. I like it.
Okay, well,
It does make me a bit gassy, though.
well. Anyway, now they found a new use for cauliflower. Check it out.
Cauliflower pizza crusts are all the rage for health-conscious people trying to eat better. And now, these same people are able to treat their cars better, too. Introducing cauliflower motor oil. It's just like regular 1030 weight, only with a bunch of ground-up cauliflower. Because it's the hip thing to do. Your car won't lose weight, but in your mind, it will feel healthier. And that's what's important. Cauliflower motor oil. Because if it's trendy, you're in, sucker.
Wow. That's so. It's so true. How do you feel? I feel good about it. But are you doing anything? I don't know. Don't bother me with that. Don't get in the weeds.
As long as I don't have to study, this is a freshman talking. As long as I don't have to study, dude, man, I'm for it. Makes me feel good. Yeah. Speaking of the youth, they have thought bubbles, that pop into their head. Here's today's thought bubble.
And now, here's today's thought bubble.
I can honestly say that I believe I could go an entire year without hearing the song Africa by any artist.
There you go. I could too.
There you go. It was originally done by Toto, and there was recently a remake by Weezer.
Song sucked the first time. I don't know why we're remaking it.
Oh, no. Africa was a good song first time.
What's the chorus line on it? It makes so much sense.
Gonna take a lot to take me away from you.
No. The rains in Africa. Was that line?
Yeah.
Anyway, I always thought it sucked.
Well, I know, but we listen to some of the stuff you play in the morning, so it speaks for itself.
All good stuff. Guy wants to sue his parents for giving birth to him without his consent. A 27-year-old guy in India wants to sue his parents for bringing him into the world without his permission. Might be a little difficult to obtain.
Yeah.
Here's a recent video from his YouTube page where he talks about how we shouldn't automatically respect our elders, including our parents.
You don't have to respect them. What is this logic? Your parents are two people who just wanted a good night together and then they had you. You don't have to respect them for that. Having a child makes your life in society much easier. They owe you, if anything. They claim that you gave them joy when you were born. Many of them claim this. So basically, you are their asset. Why should you respect them? You respect them if you feel like respecting them.
Sounds like they're trying to tell him who to marry. I don't respect you. I will marry who I want. I don't have to respect you. You did not ask me to come here.
Yes, because, as he said, having children makes life much easier. What an asshat.
Well, you've had children. Didn't it make your life easier?
Oh, yes. Life just got easy once we had kids.
Yeah.
Bada bing, bada easy.
Yeah.
What a schmuck. If you don't know what schmuck means, look it up.
Where's the most liberal place in America today? I know you think it's California, but you'd be wrong. You'll lose that bet.
There are several out there.
It's Hawaii. A state congressman in Hawaii named Richard Cregan wants to make it illegal to buy cigarettes unless you're over 100 years old. And they already taxed the hell out of it. I think a pack there is probably in the $15, $20 range. He says it's a public health issue, but a lot of smokers don't want it to happen.
We're taxing them. That did decrease use somewhat, but we still have 140,000 people in our state that smoke cigarettes. You don't see them as much anymore because we kind of, made them hide. But they're going to die. Half of them are going to die if they keep smoking, and we can prevent that.
I don't think it's a good idea. It's taking away our rights to choose. That's what I think.
It's my right. It's my life. So it's my choice.
Our beach will be free of cigarette butts. Our parks, like all that. Kids won't be exposed. You don't have to worry about your baby or your dog, chewing on a cigarette butt. I mean, we'll be the first state to be cigarette free. I mean, I think that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, what a despicable
You voted
man.
it in. You get what you vote. Elections have consequences.
Yeah, I'd like to know
This is what you voted for.
How many of those smokers vote for lefties?
The non-smokers don't care. They're gung-ho for this stuff.
I'm a non-smoker.
It's just the start of taking away rights, though.
I have never been a smoker. I don't like being downwind or near it. But by God, it's your right. If you want to smoke, it's your right. And I defend that right. I completely oppose making smokers criminals.
Well, I was an idiot and smoked for 30 years. But I've been nicotine-free for almost 10 now. But and I'm the worst there is now. You walk through a cloud of smoke and you can't stand. You go. I can come out of the grocery store where somebody's been smoking outside, but there's nobody standing there. And walk to my car and I can smell that smoke. Somebody's standing halfway across the parking lot. I can smell that smoke, and I don't like it. But I'm not for taking their right away.
Yeah.
And I think to myself, God, I used to smell like that? Holy cow. But they can't smell it like you smell it. But you cannot really get through their head, including mine, until you quit smoking and then you smell it. It's not good. Cigar smoke doesn't bother me so bad. I don't smoke cigars either, but it's a different kind of smoke. Next we need to tax the guy that drives his big truck into the parking lot and leaves it running in his diesel, and it stinks up the whole parking lot with diesel fumes.
Yeah. Tax. Shoot. We take him out and we shoot him. You sell cigarettes, we shoot you.
Because I was at the grocery store just the other night, this week. Got out, and somebody was sitting there in his pickup truck with a diesel engine, the sound that diesel makes.
Mm-hmm.
And he had filled up the whole parking lot with diesel fumes. I smelled it all the way in and all the way back.
We shoot him.
So there should be a law against it.
Yes, there should be laws against everything.
Yeah. When they feel like
except sneaking across the border, having babies.
There's a group in Australia
or aborting late-term babies.
There's a group in Australia called the Pub Choir that gets hundreds of strangers together for a huge sing-along. The latest video, 1,500 people sing I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys. You decide whether they sound any good. Think it's any good?
Yeah, pretty good.
Well, let's compare it to the guys that did it, and then you jump it down.
When I sat away, tell me why ain't nothing but a day. Tell me why
They were about the same, a little slower, but I guess it's not a bad rendition.
Not a bad rendition.
I have to talk over it, folks. Otherwise, YouTube snaps off the video because it's copyrighted material, which we pay our copyrights to. But, they don't know that. They assume everybody's trying to steal something.
Speaking of big tech, did you see where Facebook blocked a story about a Swedish journalist who was caught with a huge bomb? People trying to click on the story couldn't get to it.
Universal Studios in Orlando has people in the park dressed up from the movie Trolls, including Guy Diamond. That's the character's name, Guy Diamond. The troll with the green nose and no clothes, whose trademark is he farts glitter. And the guy in the suit in Orlando actually does it. You can hear a woman reacting on YouTube and saying, "My life is complete now."
My life is complete.
She's having fun at Universal.
I so wish I had seen that movie. Not.
Well, here's the thing from the movie.
So, you guys want to play? Does this answer your question?
There you go. See there? Good old fart glitter. Glitter fart. That's too weird. Are you happy with your job? 88% of us, according to a new survey, 88% of Americans are happy at their jobs. Remember this scene from Office Space where Peter tells Jennifer Aniston he doesn't like his job?
I don't like my job.
Why?
And, I don't think I'm going to go anymore.
But why?
You're just not going to go?
Yeah.
Won't you get fired?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I really don't like it, and I'm not going to go.
Okay. Bad for you, good for us. Say it isn't so, Joe. A 10-year-old Girl Scout in L.A. named Kiki Pascal posted a music video online to boost sales. She raps Girl Scout cookie lyrics to a Cardi B song called Money.
Okay,
get to the point you can't understand any of this stuff.
Any parent that lets their 10-year-old listen to Cardi B, I have very low regard for. If that's you out there, sorry.
Here you go.
Look, my trip was so bad, the these are real. Black girl magic, you know the deal. Community serve, leadership skills. CSC, the Woodland Hills. Been this game since 2014. Selling them cookies is my thing. 5 and mints or even s'mores. Please open up when I'm knocking your door. Woo!
Okay, I understood one word, cookie.
I heard s'mores.
Okay. Good news video. There's a good news story video making the rounds of an 89-year-old woman in Florida struggling to get into her car. Then 3 African-American guys help her out, even catch her when she stumbles. Her husband is there too, but he's 100 years old, so he lets them do the heavy lifting.
Oh, get a pic, okay? Watch your foot stuff, Pop.
You ready? Oh, yeah. No. Thank you so much, fellas.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm 100 years old.
Yeah, 100 years old? Yeah.
Okay, the audio didn't get any better than that, but there are good people out there.
What's the African-American part relevant to?
I just read it as written. Okay?
I know you did. That's
Rams tackle Andrew Whitworth summed up their Super Bowl loss in an interesting way. He said you can't pout or feel sorry for yourself about it.
You're not going to get me to pout and feel sorry for myself. I realize what this game means. I cherish the crap out of it, and I don't give a crap if you have a Hall of Fame bust, if you're, been a Pro Bowler or win 20 Super Bowls. At the end of the day, you're all going to die, and you're all going to have the opportunity to play football or not be playing football. And who you are, how you carry yourself, whether you pout and feel sorry for yourself is the only thing that's going to matter, because that's what people are going to remember about you. You know what? And so for me, what means the most is that guys see me hold my head high. They see me confident in them and loving them, and there for them in any way I can moving forward.
So, it's been 24 hours. Got my money?
Yeah, got my money. You lost. Got my money. Alec Baldwin says, I would care what he says.
I was going to ask about that.
Says his kids are sick of his Trump impersonation. You think the kids are sick of it? Try all of America, at least the ones that have a brain. And he's taught them to associate bad things with Trump. He was on Ellen yesterday, opining and sounding stupid like Hollywood.
Did they watch you on TV? Did they see your impressions?
Yeah, well, they know on Saturday that I go do the show, because the weekends are pretty sacred. We all stick together and do our thing. And I would go do SNL, and I used to do these things online where I'd have them refer to it as Saturday. They would always say the word Saturday. They'd say, Daddy's going to go to work. Where's Daddy going to go to work? And they'd say, Saturday. They did it. They would really. We have a clip of that somewhere. We had, but they. I think they're a little sick of it too. They're sick of it too.
Are they?
Yeah, they're sick of it.
They can't be.
Yeah, they're sick of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
They think that Trump is. Whatever you assign to them, whatever you teach them is something they shouldn't do, they immediately assign that horrible thing to Trump. So they'll see me. They'll go. My son will look at me and go, "Does Trump pick his nose, Dad?" And I go, "Yes, he does. He does." This is a horrible thing to do.
Oh, what a wonderful father he is. You fat little pig, you. Isn't that what he called his daughter?
Something.
You're nothing but a fat little pig.
I feel like my life is slipping away whenever I listen to that guy.
That worked so well. All right, let's see if the late night boys can make us laugh. First, we're going to just do a montage of the Super Bowl recap edition here.
I want to say congratulations to the New England Patriots on winning the Super Bowl. And to the Rams, who got to see a free Maroon 5 concert. That's it.
That was hard to watch. What is the opposite of a nail biter? It was a nail grower. It was. I thought I was watching a baseball game. How about that halftime show? Yeah, people weren't thrilled about Maroon 5. For the halftime show, did you notice this? The stage was designed to look like the letter M. Apparently, the M stood for maybe we should have tried to get Beyonce. What about when Big Boy came out in a fur coat? Yeah, it was from an animal that took its own life during Maroon 5. Now, folks,
what a game it wasn't. It was more inadequate bowl than anything. The Patriots beat the Rams 13-3, which coincidentally, 13-3 was also Rob Gronkowski's blood alcohol content this morning. The game was so slow, the Patriots dumped Gatorade on Bill Belichick just to wake him up.
Okay. None of those made me laugh. Maybe the Gatorade joke. But, all right, let's take them individually. Fallon.
Hey, it was Groundhog Day, guys, and I heard that Puxatawny Phil did not see his shadow, which means an early spring. Yeah, on Groundhog Day, all eyes were on Pennsylvania's Punxsutawney Phil, but we've also got our own groundhog here in New York. It's true, his name is Staten Island Chuck. He's a little different than Phil. For instance, Punxsutawney Phil pokes his head out at first light. Staten Island Chuck smokes a pack of Parliament lights.
Okay, not laughing. Then we got Stephen Colbert, who changed his name to Colbert to be more snooty. Let's see if he can make us laugh since he's the king of snoot.
Coming out of a big winter cold snap, and many people are asking, how is Gwyneth Paltrow? Well, the answer may surprise you because she's being sued for an alleged skiing hit and run, which is the basis for the new series Law & Order White Crimes Unit.
Oh, yes, that was just so hilarious. And finally, the guys whose stuff hadn't dropped yet, Seth Meyers.
According to a new study, men who live near heavily used roads are more likely to have trouble achieving an erection due to pollution exposure. Said one man, "It's not you, it's I-95.
Oh, you're so funny and talk so high.
Well, today is day 5 of above normal temperatures for the month of February, and it looks like this trend continues through Thursday. Partly to mostly cloudy later today with thick upper-level clouds shifting in. It's bright this morning, the high in the low to mid-70s. Tonight is mostly clear, milder, the low in the low to mid-50s. And then tomorrow is mostly cloudy, just a very small chance for some spotty light rain. Our high temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. I'm Mike Mays in the North Carolina News Network Weather Center.
Broadcasting from the top of the North Carolina Sand Hills, 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM, WEEB, Southern Pines, Pinehurst, Aberdeen.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. President Trump apparently set to extend an olive branch to his political foes when he delivers his State of the Union speech tonight. The White House says Mr. Trump will stress unity and bipartisanship in the speech, the theme of which is choosing greatness.
Tonight's primetime speech comes amid a bitter border wall fight that nearly derailed the address altogether. It was originally scheduled for last week, but House Speaker Nancy Pelosi postponed the speech because of the partial government shutdown. Even though the country is polarized by politics and the president and House Democrats haven't gotten off to a good start, White House officials say the president will embrace unity and talk about what can be accomplished in the year ahead. Greg Clugston, the White House.
We expect immigration and border security to be among key issues raised by the president. Mr. Trump may also declare a near-total U.S. victory over ISIS.
President Trump has pledged to withdraw all U.S. troops from Syria, where they'd been battling to wipe out the last remaining strongholds of the Islamic State group. But a Pentagon watchdog report warns IS remains a potent force of battle-hardened and well-disciplined fighters that could likely resurge in Syria absent continued counterterrorism pressure.
Correspondent Ben Thomas, State of the Union, tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern. Well, we don't know exactly what they're looking for, but federal prosecutors in New York have subpoenaed some documents from the Trump Inaugural Committee. Committee spokeswoman says committee cooperating fully with the investigation. 10 people are dead. An apartment building fire in Paris. It may be a case of arson. Authorities say they're holding a 40-year-old woman who lived in the building and who they say has a history of psychiatric issues. During a fight with a neighbor, the suspect allegedly threatened to torch the building. On Wall Street this morning, stock futures in positive territory ahead of the opening bell. Dow futures up 86 points. S&P futures 5 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
When it comes to your pain, many of you might be skeptical, like I was, about ordering Relief Factor. Pat Boone again for this wonderful 100% drug-free supplement designed to help your own body lower or eliminate occasional aches and pains due to aging, exercise, everyday living. I'm not skeptical any longer. The 3-week quick start is now discounted to only $19.95. Why don't you let us see if we can get you out of pain, too, at ReliefFactor.com.
I'm Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans, America's premier home purchase lender. We've created a new way to protect you from unpredictable interest rates. Our exclusive Rate Shield approval. First, we lock your interest rate for up to 90 days. Then, if rates go up, your rate stays locked. But if rates go down, your rate drops. Either way, you win. Call us today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com.
Rate Shield approval only valid on certain 30-year fixed-rate loans. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030. Additional conditions or exclusions may apply.
A meeting in Russia between Afghan elders and Taliban representatives appears to have sidelined Afghan President Ashraf Ghani's government.
Ghani's officials have criticized the Moscow gathering. Abdullah Abdullah, the country's chief executive, says the government should be at the center of peace initiatives, adding that Kabul would prefer the Moscow meeting had a different shape. Abdullah says the Taliban are the biggest obstacle to peace, but if the Moscow meeting creates an opening for real peace talks, it would be a step forward. The Taliban have been staging near-daily attacks, inflicting heavy casualties on the embattled Afghan army and security forces. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
Turkey's president slamming the U.S. over delays in establishing a buffer zone in Syria, saying that if Washington will not contribute to the effort, Ankara will do it alone. The Turkish leader and President Trump last month discussed setting up safe zones east of the Euphrates River in Syria. News and analysis at townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. A federal bankruptcy judge proving a major debt restructuring plan for Puerto Rico.
The island's government declared nearly 4 years ago that it was unable to repay its public debt. Puerto Rico is mired in a 12-year recession, still recovering from Hurricane Maria and suffering from mismanagement of public finances. It faces restructuring a portion of its more than $70 billion public debt load. Part of that requires repayment of $17 billion in bond holdings at 93% value to some, but only 54% value to many individual Puerto Ricans who are holding $10 billion worth of that total. George Bonzani reporting.
Pope Francis has presided over the first ever papal mass on the Arabian Peninsula, the birthplace of Islam. The Pope ministering to the thriving Catholic community in the United Arab Emirates as he wrapped up his visit to the peninsula. And once again on Wall Street this morning, Dow futures up 90 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
For generations, Benjamin Moore Regal Select has been the paint you rely on most for its performance and versatility. Available in a variety of sheens and more than 3,500 colors. Regal Select applies smoothly and finishes every job with unmatched sophistication. Visit your local Benjamin Moore retailer for expert advice and learn for yourself why Regal Paint is the brand painters know from the company that knows paint. Benjamin Moore, paint like no other. Genuine Benjamin Moore paint. Exclusively at JB Short Carpet 1. JB Short Carpet 1 on Highway 1 North between Southern Pines and Bass, or on the web at shortcarpet1.com.
Sandhills Office Supply on US 1 is the only locally owned and operated office supply store around. Sandhills Office Supply not only offers all the office supplies you'll need, they can handle all your office furniture needs too. And unlike the chain stores, Sandhills Office Supply offers local, quick delivery and installation of desks, chairs, and file cabinets. And for a wide selection of high-quality office supplies, call or drop by Sandhills Office Supply at 692-6631 today.
Building a new home or thinking about changing your existing floors? Aberdeen Carpet can show you the latest flooring trends that will fit your budget and lifestyle. Flooring is what we do every day. Visit Aberdeen Carpet's large showroom and discount warehouse filled with an extensive inventory, ready for immediate pickup. We offer expert advice, competitive pricing, and a huge selection. Located on Highway 5 in Aberdeen near the Habitat for Humanity store. Open Monday through Friday 9 to 5 and Saturdays 9 to 4. Call 944-6204. Or go online to aberdeencarpet.com.
Eric Cooper here with Cooper Ford, your only locally owned Ford dealership in Moore County. 2018 was a phenomenal year, and we're off to a great start in 19. With 0% available on select models and discounts as much as $15,000, now is a great time to come see us at Cooper Ford and experience for yourself the difference a family-owned dealership can make. Straightforward pricing without all the hassle. I'm Eric Cooper, and I want to know you by name and show you how car buying should be. Please come visit us in historic Carthage or visit us on the web at cooperford.net. We're working hard to be your hometown dealer.
Fields Plumbing and Heating has served Moore County since 1948. Actually, the founder, J. Ellis Fields, started in the business as a boy in 1907 with Pinehurst, Inc., who provided plumbing and heating services to Pinehurst homes and local hotels. Today, Fields Plumbing and Heating continues to provide superior heating service, plumbing technology, and customer service at the best possible price. When you need help, call the company with the most experience. Fields Plumbing and Heating, 910-949-3232. 949-3232.
I'm Neil Copeland with Seven Lakes Kennels. Before becoming the new owner in October, I was a dog trainer for over 15 years. In addition to extending a comfortable, low-stress, and safe home away from home for your pet, Seven Lakes Kennels now offers training and grooming. Need to leave your best friend with someone you can trust for the day, week, or longer? Rest assured, your furry family member is in good hands with us. Do you have a Christmas puppy that needs training? Come to 347 McDougal Drive in Seven Lakes or call 910-673-2060. Seven Lakes Kennels. We don't just care for our guests, they are family.
NCN News, I'm Mike Rayleigh. The State of the Union address is a focal point of tonight. CBS News White House correspondent Major Garrett with some insight on what we'll hear. He looks at the speechwriter.
Principal speechwriter, as always, Stephen Miller, immigration hardliner. So the immigration part of it, even those words that will look for compromise and common ground with Democrats, will be authored by him. Kellyanne Conway, counselor to the president, also dealing with some of the more soaring, if there is soaring rhetoric. And then also working on it, Jared Kushner, the son-in-law of the president, and his wife and daughter, Ivanka Trump. Those are the four principal speechwriters.
Police say a 2-year-old girl was kidnapped Monday night after her mother left her alone inside of a running car while she went inside of a Charlotte gas station. The toddler was kidnapped around 11:30 p.m. when her mother left the car running outside. Rescue crews are already busy in the mountains thanks to a winter warm-up, and they're using something new to get the job done. 2 climbers found themselves in big trouble in Pisgah National Forest over the weekend. Transylvania Rescue Squad Chief Dale Whitlock tells WLOS News mountain rescues are tough to pull off, even with a drone.
You can't go from one side of the rock to the other. You have to literally come out, go around, and go back in.
A Virginia state trooper has been killed in a drug bust. Shannon Lilly reports.
A state police SWAT team was assisting the Piedmont Regional Drug and Gang Task Force. They were executing a search warrant. This was part of an ongoing narcotics investigation. When the SWAT team came into the home, a man inside started shooting at them. The SWAT team returned fire, but one of those troopers was hit, then later died. Now, the man inside the home who was shooting at them was also shot and died on scene.
Kinston police are investigating after a shooting left one man dead last night. Rasheem Thomas of Kinston was found suffering from an apparent gunshot wound. He was later pronounced dead at the scene. You're listening to NCN News.
At AT&T, we believe that access to affordable home internet brings you incredible opportunities. You can enjoy the power to explore a digital world of possibilities and connect with family, friends, and the things that matter most. That's why there's access from AT&T. If a member of your household is a SNAP participant, you may qualify for home internet at a discounted rate of $10 a month. No commitment, no deposit, no installation fee. Plus, get an in-home Wi-Fi gateway at no extra cost. Call 1-855-220-5211 or visit att.com/aware to learn more.
SNAP refers to the Federal Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. Pricing excludes tax. Service will include a monthly data allowance depending on the type and speed of service you receive. If you exceed your monthly data plan allowance, you will be automatically charged $10 for each 50 gigabytes of data usage in excess of your data plan, even if less than 50 gigabytes is used. For details about data allowances, go to att.com/internet-usage. Wi-Fi enabled device required. Other restrictions apply.
Correspondent Elaine Cobb has details on a Paris apartment building fire that left 10 people dead.
Officials believe the deadly blaze that ripped through the 8-story building was set deliberately. A woman who lives in the building is in custody. Police had been called out earlier last evening when neighbors complained the 40-year-old woman was playing very loud music. Police responding later to the fire found her outside trying to set fire to a car. She had been drinking, and neighbors say she had just been released from psychiatric care. Firefighters battled the blaze for nearly 6 hours, lifting ladders from balcony to rescue residents. Elaine Cobb, CBS News, Paris.
A Lillington man has been charged with first-degree murder after his girlfriend was found dead inside of a home on Monday. When deputies arrived, they found Saquana Monroe. An historically black women's college has soared past the fundraising goal it set in hopes of avoiding losing its accreditation. Bennett College President Phyllis Worthy-Dawkins announced Monday that the school has raised $8.2 million. At a ceremony, Pastor Jamal Bryant said Dawkins is providing great leadership.
Regrettably, we are learning from Pennsylvania Avenue what bad leadership looks like. But we're learning from the president of Bennett College what good leadership is supposed to look like.
Potential Oscar winners get a lesson in brevity.
Oscar nominees might want to take a lesson from Steven Soderbergh, accepting the award for Best Director in 2001.
There are a lot of people to thank. Rather than thank some of them publicly, I think I'm going to thank all of them privately.
Producers have given potential winners instructions to be passionate, emotional, and quick with their speeches, all in the span of 90 seconds.
Mike Rayleigh, NCN News.
Our detour from winter continues. It looks like above normal temperatures through Thursday, then the ridge of high pressure gives way Friday, allowing the next cold front to come in. Partly to mostly cloudy later today. This morning we have sunshine, the high in the low to mid 70s. Tonight is mostly clear and milder, the low in the low to mid 50s. For tomorrow, we look for mostly cloudy skies, a very tiny chance for some spotty light rain. It's still very mild, if not warm, with mid to perhaps upper 70s in some locations. I'm Mike Mays in the Weather Center.
Right now, here in the Sand Hills area, we are looking at still cloudy skies, 53 degrees. Humidity 80%, dew point 47, pressure is 30.03, winds west-southwest at 6, and visibility is at 10 statute miles. It's 8:13. Let's take a look at your Sand Hills news for this Tuesday morning. 5 cases of pertussis, commonly known as whooping cough, have been confirmed in Moore County as of February 4th. The identified cases are all Moore County school system students attending West End Elementary, Southern Pines Primary School, and Pinehurst High School. According to the CDC, whooping cough is highly contagious respiratory disease. It's caused by a bacterium, Bordetella pertussis. Pertussis is known for uncontrollable violent coughing, which often makes it hard to breathe. After a cough fit, someone with whooping cough often needs to have deep breaths, with resulting in the whooping sound. If your child is not immunized, you are encouraged by the County Board of Health to get them and immunize as soon as possible. And a homeless man went into a woman's restroom at Food Lion, turned off the lights, and threatened to kill the woman inside, according to police. Brooklyn Smith III, 25, now behind bars. Smith's victim, Kelly Morton, told investigators she was in a public bathroom inside a grocery store when all the lights in the bathroom suddenly turned off. She said Smith was then started crawling under the stall doors and threatening her life. Morton said she got herself ready to fight, but suddenly Smith ran off. Investigators found Smith shortly after that at a nearby dumpster. That's your latest Sand Hills news this morning, but stand by. Here comes your latest in sports right here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. It is 8:16.
NCN Sports, I'm Josh Zach. A few top 25 college basketball teams in action last night. Number 16, Louisville edged out 11th-ranked Virginia Tech 72-64. Number 17, Iowa State escaped Oklahoma 75-74. And 18th-ranked Texas Tech shredded West Virginia 81-50. Everyone that was supposed to win did so. Just one North Carolina school in play last night. Bethune-Cookman taking down North Carolina A&T 69-53. The Aggies have dropped 2 straight following a 7-game winning streak. Tonight, number 2 Duke is home against Boston College, and Wake Forest will host Pitt. Both those tip-offs are at 7 o'clock. NC State is looking to rebound from its worst offensive performance since the implementation of the shot clock, but they may find that a difficult task. The Wolfpack take the short drive to Chapel Hill for an 8 o'clock tip against North Carolina. Meanwhile, a pair of upsets in the Big Ten has caused a shakeup near the top of this week's AP men's basketball poll.
For the 3rd consecutive week, Tennessee sits atop the AP men's basketball top 25. The Volunteers ran their win streak to 16 games and are once again followed by Duke at 2, Virginia at 3, and Gonzaga at 4. Kentucky and Nevada each move up 2 spots, the Wildcats to 5 and the Wolfpack to 6. Michigan and Michigan State dropped Big Ten contest last week. The Wolverines sliding from 5 to 7, the Spartans from 6 to 9. North Carolina squeezes in at 8, and Marquette rounds out the top 10. I'm Denny Kopp.
camp.
And NC State's anemic performance on Saturday against Virginia Tech, offensive enough to knock the Wolfpack completely out of the top 25. Miami and Cincinnati have hired new coaches, with each team taking a member of the Super Bowl staff. The Dolphins able to officially announce the hire of Patriots linebackers coach Brian Flores. He's taking over for Adam Gase. They offered him the job back in early January, but they had to wait until New England's postseason ended. The Bengals also have replaced Marvin Lewis with a Super Bowl coach, Rams quarterbacks coach Zach Taylor. This is NCN Sports.
Ready, set, fish. On May 4th in Morehead City, anglers of all ages will cast their lines for a great cause in the 11th annual Reelin' for Research Fishing Tournament, benefiting UNC Children's Hospital and Pediatric Cancer Research. Reelin' for Research has raised $3 million to date, and we're setting the bar high for 2019. There are plenty of offshore and inshore activities that help our mission, so the whole family can join. To learn more about Reelin' for Research or to donate, please visit reelin4research.org. Help us land a cure for childhood cancer.
The Carolina Hurricanes' incredibly popular Homegrown series, as always, designed to celebrate the best North Carolina has to offer, returns on Friday, February 15th, as the Canes host the Edmonton Oilers. This time, you can indulge in a savory Brunswick stew, flights from Apex's Brewprint Brewing Company, and you can take home one of only 250 t-shirts specially designed by Glory Days Apparel. Learn more at hurricanes.com/homegrown.
The city of Boston today celebrating its Super Bowl champion Patriots with a parade. WBZ Radio's Kendall Buell reports.
Fire up the duck boats, tweeted Mayor Walsh before the confetti had even finished falling. President of Boston Duck Tours, Cindy Brown, says there is indeed a flurry of activity right now with their garages.
We're not running right now, so our vehicles are currently in our garage in Dorchester going through our winter overhaul. So we have to make sure that they're put back together, obviously, and then get ready for the parade.
As far as who gets to drive the Conquering Heroes from the Heinz Convention Center down Boylston Street to Tremont and on to City Hall, that is a much-coveted gig for Brown's duck boat drivers. Every other Pats fan will be trying to get off work as Boston once again throws a party for its champions.
And the city of Boston will be firing up those duck boats for the parade, which gets started at 11. Josh Zach, NCN Sports.
I think we can all agree weekends are delicious. Well, your weekend just got more delicious. The Hickory Tavern is now serving brunch on Saturdays and Sundays from 11 to 2 with several entrees to choose from. Baked omelet filled with sauteed peppers and onions, tomato and goat cheese, and topped with bacon crumble and sour cream. The Tower of Power beefy blueberry pancakes, avocado toast, fresh sliced avocado and tomato salsa piled on sourdough toast and topped with balsamic reduction, candied banana and walnut French toast, mini squares, and last but definitely not least, the Chicken Wafflewich, a Belgian waffle with hand-breaded chicken breast with maple sausage gravy. Each entree comes with a side of bacon. Wash it down with a shareable jumbo mimosa, carafe, or Bloody Mary. Get out of the box and into the Hickory Tavern for brunch, Saturdays and Sundays from 11 to 2.
Here's Jenny from Pinehurst, a patient at Sandhills Weekend Dental.
It may seem odd to look forward to going to a dentist, but as I told Dr. Terry Ann Sams, I always feel better when I leave their office than when I came in. Dr. Sams and the staff at Sandhills Weekend Dental just make you feel relaxed.
Sandhills Weekend Dental, Highway 211, just past Harris Teeter. Open Wednesday through Friday, 9 to 4, Saturday, 9 to 2. Call for an appointment at 910-867-4423, 687-4423.
If you're like most folks, you love your home. You love your neighborhood and those that live around you. But when you go inside your home, you see that it is in need of a massive updating, especially those bathrooms, kitchen, and great room. You know that these areas need upgrading, but you also know what a task it is to do it yourself. Hi, I'm Steve Leader Adams, and I've built over 2,000 homes, and I and my partner Larry Posterwaite have over 70 years of construction experience and have our own remodeling business called Relive It Remodeling. We also pride ourselves on making remodeling jobs an easy and enjoyable process for our clients. We look after everything from permits to the last paint stroke. We also show up when we promise and stay until completion. And we also recycle any materials through the Wounded Warrior program. And here's one more promise. Nobody, and I mean nobody, does better quality work than we do. For your next renovation job, give me a call right here at WEEB at 692-7440 or check us out on the web at relivitremodeling.com.
Hello, this is Chris Ennis, Service Manager at Pinehurst Toyota Hyundai. We want to thank all of our loyal customers for entrusting us with the care and maintenance of their vehicles vehicles over the years. But did you know we also service Lexus, saving you a trip to Raleigh or Charlotte? In fact, our factory-trained and certified ASE technicians can service any type of vehicle. Your complete satisfaction is our #1 goal, so please consider Pinehurst Toyota Hyundai for all your vehicle service needs. We are open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. and open on Saturday from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. We can be reached at 910-692-2424. We look forward to seeing you.
7 days a week, we're on the job. John Cole's Plumbing Professionals. Fast, friendly, quality service. You know we can do it all. Don't just call a plumber. Call a professional. John Cole's Plumbing Professionals.
At John Cole Plumbing, plumbing is what they do. That's why they are plumbing professionals. Plumbing all day, every day, with quality, honest service for you. Don't just call a plumber, call a professional. 910-639-4933. 639-4933.
Don't just call a plumber. Call a professional. John Cole's Plumbing Professionals.
This is Hand on Golf, live at the PGA Merchandise Show in Orlando, Florida. I'm speaking with
Jeff Parkman from Cobra Golf.
Jeff's going to tell us all about the new irons they just introduced at the show.
That would be the Game Improvement F9 Speedback Iron. So really 3 things that we wanted to improve upon. One, the R&D team wanted to add distance to the golf club, so more distance, more peak height for softer landings, and more forgiveness. To accomplish that, they made the blade a little bit longer, added some tungsten weights, heel and toe. That certainly helps with the forgiveness. Lower profile combined with a wider sole allows us to go with a low, deeper center of gravity, so that gives us the peak height and better landing angles. And also, we've improved the face insert. So the face insert's a little thinner across the impact areas. That gives us a little more ball speed as well. Terrific irons available both in variable length and one length, and we certainly suggest you go see your local golf professional and make sure you get fit for these.
Thank you, Jeff. Available at Golf Augusta on Highway 1 in Southern Pines.
Hello, I'm John Zumwalt, and you're in the Zumwalt Zone. I always invite you to Google these things I talk about. There's no way I could make up some of this stuff. Today's no different. But I do need to warn you in advance, this story has a sad ending. So have your tissues ready. A lady named Amanda Teague got married to someone she believed would be the love of her life and take care of her and her 5 children. They had a pretty elaborate ceremony on a boat just off the coast of Ireland. To read the story, you'd hope that all would turn out well and she would live out her last years married to this guy. Well, here's the sad part. Apparently, her husband had already lived out his last years before she married him. The guy she married was a 300-year-old pirate ghost named Jack. Now, who could ever have guessed that marriage would fail? She recently announced the marriage was over. I don't know why she announced that. I think most people already knew it. One good thing about being married to a 300-year-old dead guy, at least you don't have to worry about more kids. This is the kind of thing that used to make people say, "You made that up." Well, no, I didn't. Now, this lady was from Ireland, but her story helps explain how ridiculous people can be. The last I heard, the Democrat Party was trying to get her to sneak across the U.S. border and run for office. I think she'd have a pretty good chance, but she'd have some pretty stiff competition when it came to Looney Tunes. I hope everyone has a good day, and I mean that. From the Zumwalt Zone.
Well, today is day 5 of above normal temperatures for the month of February, and it looks like this trend continues through Thursday. Partly to mostly cloudy later today with thick upper-level clouds shifting in. It's bright this morning, the high in the low to mid-70s. Tonight is mostly clear, milder, the low in the low to mid-50s. And then tomorrow is mostly cloudy, just a very small chance for some spotty light rain. Our high temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. I'm Mike Mays in the North Carolina News Network Weather Center.
And now, the Sandhills' #1 morning show. Mornings with the leader man. Here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. And heard and seen around the world at talk973.com.
The best part of waking up is waking up with us.
It's morning again. It's morning again.
Wake up, morning's over.
Do you know what today is?
Sunday?
Wrong. Yes. It's Tuesday.
It's the best day of my life.
It is.
Hey, it's Tuesday.
You know what time it is?
Time to put up or shut up.
Put up or shut up.
Put up or shut up. Right now.
Put 'em up. Put 'em up.
If you say so.
All right, showtime.
Good morning, Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, 990 AM, WEEB. Welcome back to the most listened to program in all of the Sandhills. It is time once again for another edition of Mornings with the Leader Man.
I'm Matt Horsley. Since Steve can't finish that, I'm the persnickety sidekick who has a good vocabulary.
Don't forget, of course, we are being heard and seen around the world on the live video stream.
Wait, who are you?
The Leader Man.
Oh.
We're being seen around the world on our live video stream. That's available to you from our website at talk973.com. Top middle of the page is where that link's located, or you can get it on your mobile device with your YouTube app. Put Mornings with the Leader Man into that search. Leader Man, all one word, spelled like it sounds. And if you're on your mobile device just needing audio, well, we suggest the TuneIn app or iTunes or Streamer, any platform that plays radio stations, and put WEEB in there. If you're on your our website, of course, it's always available to you 24/7, 365 at talk973.com. Upper right-hand corner of every page has an icon that says Listen Live. Tap it once and you're listening that quick. Weather for us today here in the Sandhills area, mostly sunny today with a high of 73. Then tonight, clear skies, a low of 51. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, 72 for a high. Partly cloudy Wednesday, a low of 57. Thursday, partly cloudy, 77. Thursday night, partly cloudy, 58. Friday, the front starts to break down a little bit in the afternoon. It'll be partly cloudy, though. 73 for a high. You might see a shower late in the day, then partly cloudy overnight as the temperatures drop. 36 for the low. Whatever the weekend, look for highs in the low 50s. Monday, back at 60. Right now around the Sandhills, winds are west-southwest and 6. Visibility 10 statute miles. Pressure is 3003. 2.47. Humidity 80%. Is it still cloudy out there?
No.
All right, partly cloudy, 53 degrees here at Talk 97.3 FM.
There's sun shining.
Yeah, well, sometimes the equipment out at the airport doesn't reflect what it really is. But 53 degrees currently here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. All right, this being Tuesday, of course, it's time for us to measure Matt's testosterone.
Yeah, bring it on.
So that's what we will do. Last week he was a little more estrogen than testosterone.
Yeah, says you.
The week before he was pretty well in balance, but now we shall see. Let me turn my screen.
Of course, I am in touch with my feminine side. So.
Let me turn my screen so he can't see any answers here.
Yes, because I'm a big
cheater.
Yeah.
He's one of those dying cheaters. All right, these are questions for men that women should know the answer to.
I'll know them all.
What TV network aired the original reality show Dance Moms? Was it?
Must be Bravo.
Was it Lifetime or TLC?
Well, it can't be the Learning Channel, so it must be Lifetime.
You think it's Lifetime. Is it Lifetime? Yes, it is Lifetime.
Yes. Tough question.
Ding. One question for Matt. All right. Come on. Wenders, play a little radio with me this morning.
I just took a swig of Diet Mountain Dew, but I got to say, Diet Mountain Dew is not just for breakfast anymore, Steve.
I'm taking a swig of water and Red Bull.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah. Maybe your lady wore one on New Year's Eve, but can you tell us who was the first fashion designer to coin the term little black dress?
Donna Karan.
Was it Christian Dior or Coco Chanel? Or is it Chanel?
Chanel, Dave.
Coco Chanel.
Well, let's go with the better-known Chanel.
Ding, 2 for 2.
Yes, I told you. I'm in touch with my feminine side.
What popular cable TV show features the character Hannah, Jessa, Shoshana, and Adam? Is it Girls?
Gilmore Girls.
Or Orange is the New Black?
Must be Girls.
Ding!
Hey!
Slam dunk for the estrogen side.
Yes.
3 for 3.
Girls, an excellent series. No,
all right.
Not.
Now it's time for questions for women that real men know the answer to.
Bring it on. I can answer questions for men.
Which brand of underwear is endorsed by NBA legend Michael Jordan?
I don't stare at Michael Jordan in his underwear, but what are my options?
All right, then know the answer. All right, for half a
Hanes.
point. Ding, get a half a point.
No, I got the whole point.
Not in the time.
You didn't give any options.
Not in time. What is the only sport championship in America that was ever interrupted by an earthquake?
Well, that was in California. That was the baseball.
Have to be more specific.
The World Series.
All right, get credit. The World Series. And lastly, if you have 1.5.
No, I don't. I got 2. Keep going.
If you have a green drake in your hands, drake, D-R-A-K-E, what are you most likely doing?
Sitting in a bar.
Is it playing golf, fly fishing, or smoking a cigar?
I'm going to say smoking a cigar.
Real men would know. Would know the answer to this. Smoking a cigar? No.
Too many real men are around.
You want a second try?
That would be fly fishing.
Yes, but no points associated with it. So you got 1.5 points.
You offered me another try, you bastard.
So you are double the estrogen that you are the testosterone. So the overall trend is your estrogen is creeping up on you.
Well, it happens as we get older.
You're going to need to man up before next week.
Happens to all of us.
Okay. All right, things you need to know so you don't sound stupid today. Super Bowl ratings were down. Big surprise there. 10-year low. Tonight, of course, the State of the Union message. There's the movement condemning Mary Poppins for being racist. Did you hear why?
Well, of course. And these people have maybe 2 neurons to rub together vigorously and produce, I don't know, sense of smell maybe? I don't know. They are amoebas.
Well, just to bring people up to speed, there's a song, Chimchimney or whatever it is that
Chimchimney.
They sing on the roof. The chimney sweepers do. And what do chimney sweepers do? They put that
soot.
Well,
they're covered in soot.
They put the cleaning tool down into the flue, and they pull the soot out. Thus, it gets on them and gives them black smudges. And because they had black smudges on their face, they were, quote, in blackface, which is racist. According to the knuckleheads that came up with that one.
If
you play around smut, probably going to get some of it on you.
Not smut, soot.
Soot, I'm sorry.
If Disney does something about that, then I think I won't be able to take Disney at all anymore. Hopefully Disney will not do anything there.
The Iowa caucuses, just in case you were wondering, you're going to hear about it a lot for the next year. It's 1 year away.
Let's all cheer together. Yeah.
Hawaii is considering an all-out ban on cigarette sales. An anonymous bettor lost $3.8 million on the Super Bowl with that Patriot win. Sucks to be him today. A guy in New York, well, look at the other side. He could have been a big winner had he bet somewhere else.
That's why it sucks to be him.
A guy in New York bought the contents of an abandoned storage locker. Among the items inside,
a new car,
an old wallet that apparently belonged to a very young Diane Keaton. Worth about $25. A study says the human age ceiling is now 114 for men, 115 for women. So I'm going to be around for quite a while.
Oh, man.
Actor Christophe St. John from The Young and the Restless has died at the age of 52. They're thinking possible alcohol overdose.
Was he actually younger than Young and the Restless itself?
I have no idea.
I mean, that thing was around when I was a kid.
When I was in college, it started up, and at noon, in the student union, there was packed with everybody sitting there watching The Young and the Restless. It was a half an hour then, followed by The Bold and the Beautiful.
Well, what year was that?
I was in college from 71 to 75.
All right, so he was older.
A Russian woman who said she didn't enjoy a single day in her whole life has died at the age of 129.
No, too bad.
Disneyland Paris is going to hold its first official LGBTQ event.
Disneyland and Disney World have been doing that stuff for a long time, many years.
Why don't you just hold events for everybody? Why do they got to single out a group? I don't know.
Because much of the population doesn't want to be there when they're doing it.
New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy has signed a law that requires schools to teach LGBTQ history. Mark Zuckerberg made $6.2 billion from Facebook stock in one day last week. Oh, let's feel sorry for him, huh? Jeff Bezos pulled the plug on a $20 million Super Bowl ad for his spaceflight company, Blue Origin, after it was revealed his mistress had helped shoot footage for the commercial. Instead, the Amazon owner had a last-minute commercial created for his Washington Post with some all-star narration by Tom Hanks.
And some, they put Khashoggi in there. What a disaster, fake bunch of crap that Washington Post is.
Today's impossible question: the average family is more likely to do this on Friday night, more so than any other night. What is it?
Order pizza.
Ding. Is that what you do on Friday night?
No, it isn't.
From our Did You Know category, a heart is the second most popular tattoo for women over 50. 39% of parents have told a child not to do this because it will stick that way.
Frown?
No. Cross your eyes. I thought that would just exercise the eyes, wouldn't it? Women's Health says that women hold on to clothes that are too small, can cause overeating or skipping the gym.
What?
That's what it says.
I bet it doesn't say that.
Women's Health says that women hold onto clothes that are too small, can cause overeating or skipping the gym. That's exactly what it says.
All right.
11% of new parents say they've been known to do this in the shower. I do it every morning.
Gargle?
No, fall asleep.
Fall asleep.
You ever fallen asleep standing up?
I did in formation in the Army once.
How'd that go over?
I was standing at attention at a rehearsal. The guy next to me suddenly started to fall forward, and I reached out to grab him and woke up and realized he was fine. I had been dreaming. Generated a lot of chuckles around me.
Yeah. People who set their watches ahead 5 or more minutes are 8 times more likely to be late for an appointment than people who don't. 14% of bosses have driven
Now,
by
is that a chicken or an egg deal there?
14% of bosses have driven by a sick employee's home to see if their car was there. How was at the doctor's? Mm-hmm. And he's at the mall, is he?
Yeah, or I was homesick.
36% of people, or there's a second car in the driveway, and it's not the husband. 36% of people will not watch this by themselves.
Horror movies.
Yeah, that's right. Believe it or not. Okay. Let's move on to today's rim shot, shall we? See how we fare with those. Not too many, but hopefully high quality. That's what we work for here. Number one in the queue, Kenan Thomas and Jeff Foxworthy are judging a comedy competition show on NBC. The network is also working on a sobriety competition show to be judged by Charlie Sheen and Lindsay Lohan. Netflix made a deal with Gwyneth Paltrow to host the new series based on her website, Goop. Netflix decided to give Gwyneth Paltrow her own show after asking themselves, what could we put on that would be even worse than Fuller House? Matt LeBlanc had $11 to his name before he landed that part on Friends. Matt LeBlanc also worked in radio before he landed Friends. Atlanta rapper 21 Savage is denying he's actually a British citizen here illegally. You see, he got arrested recently for overstaying his visa by, gazillion years and going to be deported. Cops say they have him on video sipping his cough syrup with his pinky extended. DMX says today's rap music glorifies drugs. Well, he knows this because everyone he sells drugs to are rappers. Adam Levine shared his list of words he wrote after agreeing to do the halftime show, which included forgive, embrace, inspire, unify, stand, kneel, and overcome. Nice to see a rock star draws inspiration from the 7th grade locker room, huh? And then what they do in sports, I know they do it at Pinecrest every year. They have a new word that is their motivational word for their teams.
Win or die is a good phrase, too.
Win or I kick your butt. We'll be doing laps for a month. In battle, Governor Ralph Northam is now considering resigning. If he does, this time he'll only have egg on his face. There's a new AI system that can warn you if your partner's of what your partner's emotional state is. All you have to say is, Alexa, should I tell her how she really looks in those jeans? No laugh from Matt. North Korea unveiled a line of edible clothing. Now Matt's ears went up. Before you make fun of them, remember, used socks taste better than a Whopper any day. An Indian man wants to sue his parents for giving birth to him without his consent. Of course, in this case, the term man is used very loosely.
I want to sue his parents for giving birth to him, too.
A study finds that some people have a gene. I knew it. A study finds that some people have a gene that keeps them thin no matter how much they eat. Of course, that gene is for methamphetamine abuse, but still, the gene's there. You know, don't you hate those people?
No, I tend not to engage in jealousy.
I want to splice that part of their gene on mine. Wouldn't it be nice to eat all you want and never gain a pound?
None of those women want to sleep with you, so you're not going to do it.
Oh, one look at me, they all want that, but it just can't happen.
Up until I was about 32, 33, I could eat anything, anytime, as much as I wanted.
Well, you're still not overweight. You still must have the gene.
I have to be careful.
When are you careful?
I'm careful. I don't...
About the biggest sacrifice you made, you went from regular Mountain Dew to Diet Mountain Dew.
Many years ago.
The CDC is warning parents that young kids are using too much toothpaste. What's toothpaste? Replied parents in West Virginia. And a new study finds that 88% of us are happy with their jobs. The other 12% work in morning radio. I got a laugh out of Matt, finally. Yes, it works on us. All right, well, down to parts of the program that everybody wants to hear, of course. First, we're going to go chase some bad guys.
My pretty, and your little dog, too.
What we've got here is failure to mutate.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
All right, my friends, it's time once again. Straight across the floor like we own it in the style of the Duke John Wayne. Open up our closet doors, look at all 30 of our Liberty safes, and we're going to go over to another corner today. Go to Liberty safe number 15.
I see a trend here, Steve. That yesterday was a fat boy, today's a fat boy junior.
All right, well, we'll put in the secret combination. Open her up, let Matt reach in and grab the weapon of choice this morning.
All right, since this is Taurus week, I'm going to give you a TH9C, little concealed carry guy, semi-auto.
What caliber?
9 mil.
9 mil? Wow. Got some firing power to be concealed.
You know.
All right, we'll put it into the holster, pin on our badge, grab 5 cans of some super whoop ass.
I carry a 9 mil.
And carry a 380.
Well,
we do surgery. Spins around in your guts and cuts you to pieces. All right, we'll pin on our badge, grab 5 cases of super whoop ass off the shelf here, and out the door we go now. And relentless pursuit of stupid criminal news. Stupid criminal news number 1 this morning. All things considered, I think this woman would have preferred that her house was haunted. There's a college student at the University of North Carolina, Greensboro, whose name is Maddie. And lately, she and her roommate have been worried they might have a ghost in the house. Items had been disappearing. There were strange handprints on the wall, and they heard rattling in the closet. And, you know, lots of classic ghost stuff. So,
when you hear hoofbeats, don't look for zebras.
Yeah, so finally, on Saturday, Maddie got up the courage to open the closet and check. The good news is...
no ghosts.
It wasn't a ghost. The bad news is... creepy dude.
Uh-oh.
Who broke into the apartment and was trying on Maddie's clothes.
Who'd have thought?
She says, quote, I opened the door, and he's in there wearing all my clothes, my socks, my shoes. And he has a book bag full of my clothes. The police came and arrested the 30-year-old Andrew Swafford for breaking and entering. Gotta be tough to be. You think I could have figured this out a lot sooner than this?
She's a real brain trust, that one.
Yes, and she's single, guys. Stupid criminal news number 2. This might be the least lucky lottery winner ever. There's a 33-year-old woman in Paradise, Newfoundland, Canada.
Newfoundland.
Or Newfoundland potato.
Newfoundland.
Bite me.
Vita May.
Where was I before you so rudely interrupted me?
Vita May, I think is how you say that.
There's a 33-year-old woman in Paradise, Canada. And last week, she went to a convenience store. They have those in Canada.
Oh, yes.
Bought a scratcher. That's a lottery ticket. And won $38,000. Boy, come on down. She was just one problem. She bought the lottery ticket using a credit card she had just stolen. Does that mean the guy with the stolen credit card, wins the $38,000?
I would think.
The police investigated the theft, and they figured out the thief had used the credit card to buy the lottery tickets at that convenience store. They don't like to use lottery tickets in America, do they? In North Carolina.
Credit cards to buy lottery tickets?
You can't gamble with the credit card money. So when the woman tried to cash in the ticket at the lottery office the next day, she was immediately arrested for fraud and possession of a stolen credit card. Oh, what about the $38,000, Buck?
Canada is very similar to the U.S., Steve. They except that they drive on the other side of the road and they use chopsticks for everything.
Well, that just isn't fair. And last but not least, frozen meat can be surprisingly dangerous if you use it the right way. There's a 48-year-old woman named Jennifer Bazard in Brooksville, Florida. Matt's been there many times. And on Friday night, she and her boyfriend got into a argument. And she wound up hitting him in the face with a frozen pork chop.
No, women don't do
violence. Huh?
Women don't perpetrate violence.
It left a decent-sized cut under his left eye, and she took off. The police were able to track her down, and she was arrested for domestic battery. I got her mugshot here, and she got a big bruise under her eye. Wonder where that came from.
They deserve each other.
He smack her around? All right, that's your stupid criminal news for today. Anyway, all right.
About all I can take.
You think? All right, well, maybe you can take this. Some random facts.
And now it's time for random facts.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, away we go. Go random facts and maybe a spare.
These better be good, Steve.
The world record for the longest career at the same company is over 80 years. A guy in Brazil started working at a textile company when he was 15, and he's still working there now in his late 90s.
Wow.
The highest
creature of habit.
Might be keeping him alive. So when you don't feel needed, you tend to start to fade off.
I know that feeling.
The highest score anyone ever got in a video game is 23.4 quintillion points. A guy named Tom Duncan managed to get that score on the Atari game Garfield in 2008.
He's single too, ladies.
It doesn't say how many days he stayed up to get his 23 quintillion points.
He can be yours.
There's only one type of insect on Antarctica. You knew there'd be at least one down there to goof things up, don't you? It's a tiny, guess what kind of insect it is?
Roach.
Roach?
Some kind of beetle.
It's a tiny fly called Belgacca, Antarctica, and it can handle the freezing temperatures. Of course it can.
What does it eat?
I don't know.
I'm depending on you for these answers, Steve.
Maybe the bacteria in the snow.
There is no bacteria. Antarctica is sterile.
Oh, no, it's not. I guarantee you can find bacteria there.
Don't interrupt me when
you can find it right there in the air.
I'm trying to make some more stuff up.
The guy who created the Incredible Hulk, Jack Kirby, got the idea when he saw a woman lift the car off of her baby when it was trapped underneath. Did she turn green? And the number of people having quick weddings in Vegas is dropping. It went from 128,000 in 2004 to 81,000 in 2014. They have the courthouse has a segment open all night just for people to get the wedding license at a drop of a hat to go and have a wedding. Who knew?
It's curious. I wonder what the drop is all about.
What's the key to get your kids to do well in school? The key to your kids doing well in school might just be as simple as helping them with their math homework. So on that note, better start relearning math. According to a new study out of Ohio State University, so it must be true, kids who are most likely to be successful in school are the ones whose parents actually take time to help them study. So it goes for this Tuesday. Have yourself a great, safe day. We'll see you back bright and early tomorrow, 7 to 9 for a Hump Day Wednesday. And don't forget, millions of Americans, they have fought and they have died to give and protect the freedoms that you get to enjoy today. Live today worthy of their and their family sacrifice. I'm Steve Leader Adams, and the Leader Man, and Nick and Colt the Dog will all see you at 2 o'clock at the very hot dog park.
And I'm Matt Horsey with another truism from Dennis Prager. The fact is that, except for those very few whose wealth is overwhelmingly or entirely inherited, the more affluent have usually worked harder than the less affluent. Yes, indeed. Chris Plant is